The Shark Deck.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. The Mirror took a look at Meghans New Squad. The Mirror's analysis: they say your friends have a huge impact on your life and can influence your thoughts, emotions and behaviours. And it seems Meghan is focused on being positive, healthy and successful as she invests her time in an impressive group of self-made women amid rumours she's about to restart her own lifestyle brand, the TIG. Let's meet the squad. Gwyneth Paltrow, who has turned her lifestyle brand Goop into a £200 million wellness empire, and both are actresses turned podcasters. Cameron Diaz also took a leap into the world of wellness during her break from acting. The Mirror reminds us Cameron branched out into the lifestyle world, launching her own wine brand named Aveline that is vegan-friendly and has no added sugar or unwanted additives. She also published her second book, The Longevity Book, giving personal and practical advice on growing older and steps women can take to create abundant health and resilience as they age. Also in the squad is the lesser-known Whitney Wolfe Herd, the world's youngest self-made female billionaire when she took her dating app Bumble public in 2021. She is also a co-founder of Tinder and was previously its vice president of marketing until she resigned in April 2014 and filed a lawsuit against Tinder for sexual harassment. Meanwhile, it seems like the Clooneys have switched horses. George and Amal Clooney appeared at the Prince's Trust and TK Maxx and HomeSense Awards last week. Speaking of horses, the Platinum Jubilee Stakes horse race has been renamed the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes. Sir Francis Brooke, His Majesty's representative at Ascot, said, "The late Queen's close association with Ascot Racecourse was well known throughout the world, but no race at the royal meeting previously carried the name of Queen Elizabeth II. His Majesty the King has approved the renaming of the Platinum Jubilee Stakes to the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes. This will both honour Her late Majesty in perpetuity and maintain the connection with the three Jubilees celebrated since the inception of the race as the Golden Jubilee Stakes in 2002. As the #1 royal podcasters, we welcome Sarah Ferguson to the ranks. Sarah is launching a podcast to tackle some of the biggest and strangest stories from around the world. Tea Talks with the Duchess and Sarah will look at the highs and lows of everyday life. Via Instagram, Fergie wrote, "Longtime friends and tea fans, author Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, and Sarah Jane Thompson, entrepreneur and founder of First News, will be getting to the bottom of this week's talking points while enjoying a soothing cup of tea." Palace Intrigue will be right back.
I'm Nina Hobson, ex-police detective from the UK. I've worked on every crime mentionable, from murder to kidnap to stalking to fraud. When I left the force, I launched my own investigations firm that soon became a global operation. I'm also a single mother of two, to two members of my team, my son Harrison and daughter Amy. Every week, we'll be getting first-hand accounts from psychological experts, operatives, former criminals, actual victims of the crimes that we investigate, and of course, my very own flesh and blood. From Storic Media, you're listening to Codename Siren, a true crime podcast. Available on YouTube and all major podcast platforms.
The New York Post reported a 29-year-old man was allegedly caught lurking outside Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's California mansion in the middle of the night last week. A 29-year-old man was arrested and later booked on misdemeanor stalking charges when the royal couple's security team noticed the man near the Montecito property around 2 a.m., according to TMZ. The man was released on $2,500 bail per TMZ's account. To most of the world, it looks like Prince Andrew will eventually have to leave the Royal Lodge, but the Daily Beast's sources suspect media forays by Prince Andrew's camp in recent days, suggesting he will not willingly move out of his vast home, are manoeuvres to get a better deal, and that he will eventually comply with his brother's wishes and move out of the mansion. A friend of King Charles told the Daily Beast, "In the end, Andrew will play ball. The house is far too big and expensive for him to run without the King's support and goodwill. The speculation is that he is on manoeuvres and trying to get a better deal." A friend added, "It's the memoir all over again," referring to earlier stories that Andrew might write a Harry-like book. The Telegram had quoted a source close to Andrew as saying he has a 75-year lease and no plans to move house. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, YouTube, or your favorite app of choice. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.